We are here, our first show of Double Vision, Darlene. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody.
Hello, everybody. We are here live on air, Double Vision, and we have a wonderful, beautiful guest in the studio with us.
Yes, Assemblywoman Miss Szilagyi, District 22. Thank you so very much for joining us here today.
Well, thank you, Double Vision, for this opportunity. I'm amazed to be with the two dynamic duos.
That's right.
Yeah, right. And I'm so excited to really speak to the people through a wonderful medium, and I thank you for the opportunity.
Now, share everybody the kind of work that you do and the passion that you bring to office.
Oh, I love people, and I'd like you to.
I
Yeah,
can tell as soon as you walked in
Yeah.
that you were just your karma, just everything coming off of
thank
you
you.
was nothing but love.
Exactly, and I believe
Nothing
in
but love.
a positive universe. And so, I'm all about helping the common person and bringing government back to the people where it really belongs. And so it's really excited to just, be here with two amazing people to talk about so many different things that I'm doing for the community. But the core of it is really just, representing the people of the 22nd Assembly District, which is Elmont, Valley Stream, Franklin Square, Floral Park, and North Woodmere.
And they're very lucky to have you.
Oh, thank you so
really
much.
are.
I appreciate it.
You're
Talk
welcome.
about how diversity is very important to you.
Oh, yes, my community of the 22nd Assembly District is very diverse. When I first started, I was very skinny, and now I go into different places and
But you just
meeting
had a
different
baby,
people.
So
we
can also put that in there too.
But meeting different people, I've been
there.
eating so much.
Oh,
All the different
And there's a
nationalities.
lot of good food in District 22
that's
now.
true. Yes, we have so many different nationalities, from Haitian American, which I am, Italian, Irish, Caribbean American. It's so diverse, and I embrace it every day. It's like New York, which is a melting pot.
That's right.
And really, I love representing so many different people, so many different perspectives, because, we're all human beings at the end of the day.
And you're the first person to be elected as a Haitian to the office,
Yeah,
correct?
it's very exciting. Sapase to all my Haitian brothers and sisters out there. But I am Haitian American. My parents came here in the 70s looking for opportunity from Haiti. And they raised 4 wonderful kids, which I think I'm the most good-looking and smartest, but I may be biased. I'm joking around. And, I really believe in the opportunity of America, being able to come here, being a good citizen and contributing to your community and to your neighborhood. And that's what my dad taught me. He was a former New York City police officer, and he was also in the military, so I'm very disciplined.
Yes,
and
you are.
yeah.
So I would say he would be one of your biggest influences.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
Did you always know you were going to go into politics? Was that something you felt?
Oh, if you asked me like 5-6 years ago if I was going into politics,
right?
I would say never.
Wow.
I'm an introvert. I'm very quiet. I'm actually a former librarian. I worked at Hofstra University.
Oh, wow.
For close to a decade, and I'm a very quiet person. But when you see injustice in the world, and when you see that you need to give a voice to the voiceless, you can't sit on the sidelines. You got to get up and do your work.
I think Steve and I can both agree with you, which is why we are here at Double Vision, to give people like you to talk about communities, give them a platform to get their word out there, make a difference in the world, equality
Exactly.
or whatever it is. So we are with you on that, and it's lovely to have you here.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
And talk about the most rewarding aspect of working with District 22, and the most challenging as well.
Oh, well, I learned that you can't make everyone happy. It's very difficult to, in government, it's all about compromise. Everyone goes into a negotiating room with good intent, but at the end of the day, we all can't get what we want. And so we have to make the best deal for the community. And so I've learned that, life isn't perfect, and that I go in there with the best of my ability, with my intelligence, and I go in there and negotiate the best for the community. And I've been lucky so far. I've had some victories.
You have,
so,
you have, and you've
Yeah.
done a wonderful job
Yeah.
with those victories and getting those victories. And one of them is, I'm going to go into you're the chair of the task force on New Americans. Can
Correct,
you tell us
yeah.
a little bit about that?
And so earlier this year, Speaker Hasty, which is the leader of our legislative house of the Assembly, appointed me chair of the task force on New Americans. So New Americans are individuals, immigrants who come here and are new to America. And I work very hard to make sure that that community is represented because they are a good working community. My father, like I said, was a new American. He came here, he got his citizenship, and he added to his community. And there's many immigrants out there who are focusing on that too. And so as chair of the Task Force on New Americans, I work on empowering small businesses because we know a lot of new Americans are small business owners. And I also work to empower children in school.
Well, and that leads me into. Do you want to say something? Yeah. So what leads me into congratulations, because you were recently honored at the 2017 Breastfeeding Caravan, where you were also presented with the New York City Breastfeeding Leadership Council's Breastfeeding Champion Award.
Yes.
Okay, tell me a little bit about this award and why you received it.
Well, shout out to all my new mothers out there, because I'm sort of a new mother, yes, and all mothers.
I take claim for it.
Yeah, we're all young mothers.
My one and only, so I'm claiming it.
Nice.
Right, I'll jump in here anytime you guys say so, okay?
Oh, yeah. And so, I always want to represent moms and infants and kids, and so I really I want to make sure that New York State is giving our young people a solid foundation. And it's best to start at birth. So what can we do as a state to make our young people grow into good citizens? And nutrition is very important. And so I'm really big into making sure that we breastfeed our kids. And, I respect all type of nutrition, whether you formula feed your child or breastfeed, as long as you're providing good nutrition, that's what it's about.
Absolutely.
But we all know that breast milk has better nutrients and antibiotics and all that good stuff.
It's supposed to help with allergies and asthma. Absolutely.
And I don't know if you breastfed, but it wasn't easy for me.
Pass.
Yeah, and it's very difficult. I thought it was like you put the baby on.
I tried, and then I was like, yeah.
And so that's why we need support. It's not easy. The movies make it seem like it's all lovely and beautiful.
It's time consuming.
Exactly.
It's draining, and you're not always producing enough.
Exactly, and it's difficult to actually produce because you got to drink a lot of water, you got to eat, and pumping is a whole other story. You hear the sound, boom, boom. It's like it's not very comfortable, and so it's important as a government official that we provide lactation accommodations to mothers at work so that they can pump. Or in places like the airport. I went to the airport when I was pumping, and I almost had to do it in the bathroom. And
it's pretty much where people before this, have had to go to, and unfortunately,
it's demeaning.
Yes.
Yeah, we deserve better. You don't eat in the bathroom, Steve. I don't think you eat in the bathroom, right?
No.
No.
I caught him yesterday.
No.
Yeah. We're live on the air.
Yo, no.
Right? Okay.
And so, we don't eat in the bathroom, and mothers shouldn't have to pump in the bathroom
Absolutely
either.
not.
Right.
But
so it's wonderful.
It's all about support. And so I was honored because I really go out there and I support mothers. I recently passed legislation with the help of the New York Milk Bank to make sure that preemies have access to donor breast milk. So donor breast milk is $7 an ounce. That's a lot of money.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So in New York State, low-income mothers now have access to donor breast milk, and it's reimbursable. And so when we infuse that sort of have access, infuse and provide access to low-income mothers, it trickles up, and maybe insurance companies will cover it one day.
I hope so.
Yes.
I mean, it's there's things that they should cover, and that also leads us into hearing aids.
Yes.
And I know you're a big advocate for hearing aids. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, yes. I actually got on the health committee. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So I'm the newest member of the health committee, and it's nice because I can really laser focus on health issues. We're all about being healthy. When you have health, you have wealth. I always tell you that.
It's true.
It's true. Yeah. And so what I do is look at initiatives, and I champion those initiatives. So I have an awesome constituent named Debbie Mayford.
Yes.
She always holds my feet to the fire. I can never do it. I love her.
She gets her word out, and she's a huge advocate.
A huge advocate.
Beautiful woman.
A beautiful woman. And I love her because she really inspires me every day to be a better legislator. And so we sat down with the Lions Club, which is a service organization, and we decided that we're going to push for insurance coverage for hearing aids. And so we want insurance coverage, $3,000 every couple of years for both ears, so $3,000 each ear to cover hearing aids.
That's wonderful.
It's very exciting because young and old, everyone uses hearing aids.
And they're very expensive.
And very expensive.
Absolutely.
And I listen to music live. The young people now too have earphones, and they're playing it loud.
Right.
And so there's gonna come time where we all have to wear hearing aids.
I agree.
And sooner than later,
almost there.
And you can take them out when you want to ignore your family members. No, I'm joking.
But it's so true. They are very intricate pieces of electronics, and they're so small now.
Yeah.
And it would be wonderful to give to give a sound to someone who doesn't have it. So that's a wonderful thing you're fighting for.
Yeah, and coverage too. You know, it's expensive, and
Yes, it
you know,
is.
we pay health insurance. Why not have it covered? And so we're gonna fight for it. And you know, anyone out there in the sphere, in the double vision, you know, viewership, or you know, hearing this, you can help us advocate. And I know double vision will be a part of it. And so
Thank you. We would love to be.
And I know in District 22, Belmont Park is such a huge part of what you do and who that community is. Talk about your thoughts about Belmont Park.
Oh, so Belmont Park to me is economic opportunity. I lived there all my life. I've seen the horses run around that track a million times. And there's a south lot, a part of it, which is empty. And it's really good for development. It's 43 acres.
43 acres.
43 acres, yeah. Between New York City and Long Island. That's a lot.
It's prime real estate.
Exactly. Exactly. And so we're just advocating to make sure that it's developed in a way that benefits the community. And like I said, you know, before, it's about compromise. Right. We always can't get what we want, but we have to reach a resolution where the community gets like a community center or some type of lots of jobs for young people and for you know, average person as well, good paying jobs. And so we're fighting for, you know, good development and for Amazon. We're like going for that Amazon competition. We want Amazon here on Long Island.
Right.
Yeah, that'll be awesome if the headquarters.
They just took over, right? Whole Foods now.
Yeah.
Fresh Foods and First Direct.
Yeah,
no, Fresh Direct.
I call it whole paycheck, but not Whole Foods.
So there's really no need to leave your house anymore.
Yeah, I know, really.
Talk to me about the stadium. I hear conflicted things about who's going into the stadium, what soccer team, and my husband and I had a debate last night.
Oh, nice.
And I thought it was the Cosmos. He said I am incorrect.
Yeah, unfortunately, I would hate to say you're wrong because you never say the host is wrong. But I think that, you know, we could.
It could be old news. So something changed.
Old news, something changed, exactly. So what happened is that the Cosmos actually went under. They couldn't sustain themselves, and so they folded. And there was a new RFP. And so a request for proposal is where people put in their ideas, and the state picks one of the ideas. And so we have a new request for proposal, and so several companies, developers actually put in. I think a sports team put in, the Islanders put in, a developer that wants to bring retail in the area put in, and I think there's other proposals. We haven't yet been presented with all the ideas.
Okay.
And so people are excited to hear that developers are interested in building in the community.
And nice developments. We're looking at sports, you know, sports teams and good sports teams and family events and nighttime racing. I think you said something about. Is that right?
So I'm on the racing and wagering committee, and I'm really big into horse racing. I think it's a great. I think it's a great initiative. It actually creates hundreds of thousands of jobs in New York State. And it's a great thing that we should start developing. And so right now we can't do horse racing at night. Right. And I work during the day. You work during the day. Yep. And so it's better to have nighttime racing so that we can attract new people into looking at horse racing.
I agree
we're just about out of time, but you have a young son, Nick.
Yes.
So what's the message you would want to give to Nick, but other young people out there, real brief?
Oh, you have a say in government, and you're never too young to be involved. I was elected when I was 25, and I was involved even before then. And even though at the age of 18 and under I couldn't vote, I still volunteered on campaigns. I went out there and posted stuff on Facebook and just was an active member of my community. So I tell young people, get involved. And if it's not in government, whatever industry or business you want to be in, get involved while you're young. Because you want to learn that tool and hone that tool and that craft and be the best that you can be.
That's wonderful advice.
Yeah,
wonderful advice.
Assemblywoman Solanges, thank you so very much for
my
coming
pleasure.
to the
Thank
show.
you, Double Vision. I love you guys.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Your vision, our vision, Double Vision.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you're great.
Oh, thank you.
Got checked? 2 simple words that demand an immediate answer. Yes or no? Are you aware of your family history? Education and early prevention could be the difference between life and death. Schedule an appointment to have a mammogram partnered with a sonogram today. This is your call to action. Get it done.
Hi, and welcome back to Double Vision on Air. And we are joined in the studio today by Linda Bonanno
Hello.
And so we have been acknowledging on my segment More Than a Mom. We've been acknowledging our October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And today we're recognizing this beautiful mom, wife, survivor, and more importantly, a huge advocate for, and she is the huge force behind Got Checked, the brand. And she learned how to turn her struggle into strength. And it was founded, Got Checked was founded in 2010, and with Donna Chaffee. And Linda came on board in 2000 and...
A couple years ago.
Okay, a couple years ago. She's now the co-founder, the partner, the creative director for Got Checked, and she is here to tell us all about Got Checked.
I'm just a freak. That's it. I'm just a freak with crazy ideas.
And her campaign and its strategy. So, tell us a little bit about Got Checked.
So Got Checked. So I'm going to make it real short. So First Company Pink, it's the charity that was founded by my Donna Chaffee. Donna Chaffee is the president of First Company Pink. First Company Pink, as I said, is a charity. Was founded in 2010. The charity always supported BCRF, which is, a larger charity that raises funds for research. But Donna, of course, realized, because she's a bright girl, she realized that there was a necessity to really, do something further and just sit there and wait for research, because research takes time, although they're making strides. So she came up with the two words, the demand and answer, Got Checked. And that's how sort of the campaign was born. When I stepped in, which was about a couple years ago, I realized the power of these two words. And I wanted to really create something that, resonate with youth, especially because I believe that really awareness starts young. So
I agree with you.
That's really what, how we started with that. And then we took really a different approach. For us, it's really not awareness, it's action. Awareness is not, and we're all aware of a lot of things. I'm aware of a lot of things. I'm not doing a thing about it. So the bottom line is, if it's no action, it's pointless. So,
do you need a drink?
Yes.
Okay, excuse us. I think she's...
Sorry. I come from the pumpkin patch. We had a pink pumpkin patch yesterday, which is one of the large events that we hold on Long Island. I'm exhausted. I'm not going to lie. I slept 2 hours. We had every rapper. We had rappers.
2 hours.
We had it was
good for you. Did you raise a lot of money?
I have no idea.
Okay. We'll get back to you for that.
Donna is in charge of the finances.
That's right.
I am in charge of creative. So
you're good. You want to take?
I'm
a
good.
sip?
I'm good.
So
thank you.
What brought you together with Donna? I believe it was your own fight with breast cancer.
I'm going to tell you the story real quick. I was diagnosed in 2011, and both our children, all our kids went to the same school, Holy Child.
Right.
And I thought it was a good idea to let everybody in the school know that I was going to go through, chemotherapy and surgeries and so forth.
I'm going to interrupt you.
Sure.
How were you diagnosed? A regular routine checkup?
I actually found a lump. This is why I'm very adamant with early detection. Because early detection does save lives. Do not believe anybody that tells you it doesn't.
Absolutely.
So I had a bullet, literally a hard bullet right under here. Like a bullet sticking out of my skin. I was in my mother-in-law's pool. I was swimming, and I felt I had this bathing suit with a ruffle, and it was itchy, and I was like, oh my God, what is this? So then I went to my then gynecologist. They told me it's a cyst, not to worry about. Between one thing and another, by the time I found out, it was cancer.
Okay.
So,
no one wants to find out like that, but the good thing is you found it.
Yes.
And that's a lot of the part of being proactive is when you do find it, it is curable if you find it early enough.
If you find it early enough, this is why we believe in, early detection.
Right. So go on with your story. Okay.
So long story short, Donna and I tell the headmaster of the school where my children go to that, I'm going to be going through this whole ordeal. And he, the wife actually of the headmaster, Marie Donahue, she advised me to speak to this woman, Donna Chaffee. Says, you got to speak to this Donna Chaffee. So he gives me the number. I call, and there's Donna Chaffee with her little voice. Oh, hi, let's meet. Oh, my God, la, la, la.
How wonderful.
Yeah.
How wonderful.
Now I backtrack to 2 months earlier.
Okay.
I'm in a salon in Roslyn.
Okay.
And I'm getting a haircut. A salon I never went to. Darlene, you know how crazy we are? I wanted to get a haircut that day. So I went in there.
Had to have it.
So there's a girl sitting next to me. And I'm chatting with my guy. And my guy's like, where are you from? I'm from Italy. Oh, my God, you go back? No, why? My mother died of cancer. Donna's listening in. That's Donna, but I don't know her. We don't know each other.
So your mother died of cancer?
My mother died of cancer also in Italy.
So that's how you met Donna, and that's how. But
Well,
she never said anything.
She didn't say anything. All she said to me, this is why the story is so important to, when we tell people.
Right.
She said to me, make sure, before I left, she goes, I think you should really, I overheard your conversation. I think you should go get checked. This is a true story. This is how Donna, that's why it's such a, terrific bond that people don't understand why we're so close.
Yeah.
It's unbreakable.
Yeah.
So long story short, Donna said, go get checked. Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Bye-bye.
Did we
Got
know that
soccer,
both our kids were in the same school?
basketball. Yeah, I know. I get
Long
it.
story short, fast forward to the phone call. Oh, what's your name? Oh, you're a brunette? Yeah, I'm a brunette. Oh, I'm a redhead. Okay, so let's meet at Bar Fritz. Okay, no problem. Who ends up being? It's the girl that I met in the salon. This is a true
Did
story.
you cry now? So now I have chills.
Everybody has chills.
And
I
now,
shorten it up, but it's,
and that. What was the time frame between that?
That's the time frame. That's like nothing. That's like, I think June is when I got the haircut, and then I was diagnosed in February, the following February.
So it just either grew that fast, because it's possible that.
No, it was already a ball.
It was
when
already a
when
ball.
I found it,
so it would have
yes.
been there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is incredible, and it's incredible how you bond like that. So do you carry the BRCA gene?
No, I don't. I did a BRCA test, and because BRCA test, if you have a first-degree relative, and then we go to schools and teach this, if you have a first-degree
considering your mother,
yes,
and that
that's
was
a red
breast
flag.
cancer
Yes.
that your mother passed from?
Yes, breast cancer. So I did the BRCA test. They came inconclusive, which
It's not good.
not good, because what happened? You know what happened?
I
had to go and get now my ovaries and my uterus and do biopsies and be under like strict surveillance because
You couldn't just treat it as if you had it?
no, there's no, you can't treet it. You have to,
and be
no.
proactive and maybe choose to do
No,
things?
No, the only proactive thing, they wanted to remove my ovaries.
Right.
But my oncologist said, nah, I wouldn't go for that.
Okay.
Just wait it out and just keep an eye on it. And that's what I did. But guess what?
What?
We're doing it. We're having a party.
You still have your ovaries? You're having a baby? I don't know what.
So we're having our yearly luncheon.
Okay. I didn't know if I had to fill in that blank because that was what I chose. Good.
I love you. We're having, I missed you, by the way. We're having a yearly luncheon, and what happens? I get a phone call the day before, and my oncologist says I have good news. Now, an oncologist never has good news. I'm sorry.
Well, true. I'm going
I
to
said,
steal the
what are the
drink.
good news? I'm like, what happened? You know what I mean? Are you remarrying? What's going on? He said, no. What's the good news?
We're very easygoing here at Double Vision.
We're funny. So we're silly, right? So long story short, he says, you know what? Your BRCA test was reclassified. How crazy is that? So basically,
What does that mean for people like me, reclassified?
Reclassified mean that's exactly what it means is that basically before being inconclusive, it wasn't a yes or a no. They, I guess, progress in research. That's why we support research. And they found out that, I guess, the mutation, they found out, they were able to find out that I didn't have the specific mutation. So they ended up reclassifying negative. So now I'm negative. So I don't have to worry about my ovaries and the whole situation with the ovarian cancer and all that is linked to BRCA.
Well, it's a wonderful story. It's a beautiful story.
I
how
won
two
at the
people
end, right?
You're a winner.
A little bit.
You're always a winner in my eyes since the day I met you.
Thank you.
I think when we first met, and I want to get back to your got checked. When we first met, we were at Holy Child Academy. I remember you sitting on a bench, and it was just when you were diagnosed, and we talked. You did open up to me, and I'm the same way. I open up to people.
Can you tell me a little bit about? Can I?
No, the interview is on you, not me.
You know why I'm asking you? Because a lot of people now are telling me about that. That time is such a blur.
Is
for
that
me.
right?
Yes, I don't
I
remember.
think you were. I think so.
So I'm
I don't.
trying to,
okay. I can tell you about it. We'll talk about it when we have
sure,
time
of course.
because I really want to talk about the wonderful things
Yes,
you're doing for
baby.
people, and then we'll put that back in.
Yes.
So, tell me about what makes you different than the rest of the breast cancer charities.
Oh, a million things.
Okay.
Look at me. All right. The first thing and foremost, listen, I have a big ego and I love myself. That's evident. But when it comes to Got Checked, I really felt the necessity to tell, and I told this to Donna, we need a face to this campaign. I'm not interested, listen, I live a good life already. I'm not interested of running a charity from a Mac computer in a mansion somewhere far away. That's not my interest. My interest is, if you have a question, you call me. If you have a question, you come to my house, knock on my door. I'm there. I'm ready. So we want to put a face to this campaign. We want to put a face, to make you understand that, guess what? I look good, right? I'm still cute. I got it going on. Guess what? I have no breasts. I'm just saying, because a lot of people have this misconception that breast cancer is a weird disease of some older woman far away in a foreign country that nobody knows. No, it's at home. It's us. It's women like you. It's young women, because 41 is still young. And guess what? Now we're losing 31-year-olds. So that's why we have to understand that breast cancer box, that we have created, it's nonsense. Take that stuff out. It's real people in real time, in real life around us.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think that now what you're doing, which is so wonderful, and I'm kind of jumping here, is you want that awareness to be in junior high schools with these young girls. And I don't think it's ever too early, as long as it's done properly. They're not scared, but they're aware. You are aware. I know when I was young, I think I felt something. I was too scared. I was too afraid because we didn't know anything about it. We didn't know who to call. We thought you were going to die. So I just figured, well, if I don't address it, it'll go away.
Darlene, what I want to interrupt you and say just one thing.
Absolutely.
Do you remember, because we are the
same age?
I just found out how old you are. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I thought you were younger than me. Anyway, so...
Don't tell the world I am younger.
I tell everybody. But my thing is, they did that with the AIDS campaign. You're familiar. You remember the scary, feeling? Okay, so they made it a little more approachable. It's a little less, fear-based. They brought it into schools. They created a worthy year-long campaign to where it's not such a big beast. Right. That's what we demand for breast cancer.
You broke it down, and they broke it down. And I think that is the key to saving lives here, especially for these young girls and boys. That's not addressed, too, with the men.
1 in 1,000 men in the United States of America. Breast cancer, one in 1,000.
1 in 1,000.
I did chemotherapy next to a male. His wife used to drive him to chemotherapy.
It's incredible. It's something that needs to be addressed for the men. And is that part of your campaign as well?
When we speak in schools, because we did 12 districts on 17 in the 4th district overseen by Senator Phil Boyle, we spoke to to us, it's a community disease. It's not a disease just of women of a certain age. It's everybody, every color, every status, social status, males, females. If you're, listen, if you're a man and you just lost your wife, how's that not your problem? You have to raise your kids alone. That is your problem.
No, and they have to support either way. The man supports the woman supports the male to get checked. 2% there's a 2% yearly increase in metastatic breast cancer diagnosis in young women. Do we know why? Is it environmental? Has research reached out to find out where this is coming from? It's still unknown.
Unfortunately, listen. There's so many, variables with genetics, with environmental, with so many things. You see what we eat these days and how we live and stress. And there's so many things to know. Yeah. But we don't have the answers, but you can bet your butt that we're going to seek out who does. And this is why we're associates. That's why it's becoming political, because we want to be associated with people that have those answers. Whether it's people, listen, I'm just a bulldog that speaks. I have behind me people that know what they're talking about.
And it's incredible that you are pushing, with the money that you're raising, you're pushing to change laws, to change laws. The Congress.
To change,
yes. Tell me about lowering
mammogram.
Yes, lowering the age of a mammogram to 35. Tell me about what you've made, what differences you've made in that.
Okay, so listen. I have to thank, the people, because at the end of the day, everything is a team effort. There's no such a thing as doing things alone. Again, I have one job, Donna has another job. We all have. There's so many of us. Everybody, there's a different component.
Absolutely.
We have
strength in a team.
Yes, we have a guy named John Rosino, which his niece Shannon Saturno passed last year, age 31. A young woman. So Shannon is actually in the video that you saw, and remember if you right? Our
That's
song.
Shannon, right?
Yes,
that's
Shannon.
That's
So
Shannon's law.
John Rosino has,
Okay.
been able to, link us with a lot of politicians. They're helping us, with all the different, things that we're requesting, which is the strategy is three for Got Check, trifold. National Got Check Day, ASAP, because we have a National Chihuahua Day. Come on, National Got Check Day. So we're making strides with that because we have April 19th was proclaimed Suffolk County. From Steve Ballone, County Executive Steve Ballone proclaimed it Suffolk County Got Check Day.
Wonderful.
Then, as I said, we're looking into getting a breast health mandate into New York and hopefully really countrywide. So it should be. Connecticut
should
has
be.
it already. They beat us to it, which I wasn't too happy to hear because I feel like New York, should be first. But the third thing that you said, lowering mammogram age. So that was a bill that was, signed off by Assemblywoman Kimberly Jean-Pierre.
Okay.
Which is a beautiful Haitian queen, which I adore.
And we have an assemblywoman here today.
I know.
That is a Haitian. So this is wonderful things that they're
Maybe
doing
they know
for
each
us.
other.
Maybe they do. So
So the bill passed unanimously in Assembly to lower mammogram. It's a big beast because, it's insurance and it's money.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to deal with that.
Nobody does, and that's a lot of our issues too, and that's what you're trying to change. So we're running out of time here.
Okay.
I want to know because you have music that is on your brand because you try to change things with music.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about your latest music single that is "Feel Good" by King Card.
Feel good. King Card, baby. He's watching. King Card is a rapper that I admire. Is a freestyle. I mean, the guy's fantastic. He wrote Feel Good for Got Check Records, which is our record label that we just started. Our record label, it's a hybrid between a social movement and a record label.
And I listened to the single. It's phenomenal. The message, he writes that? Do you collaborate together?
I collaborated with other artists. We did a couple other songs. I write poetry. A lot of times I give it to the artist too, but this is a song that he wrote, and I just produced
It's unbelievable. Tell people where they can find you.
Everywhere music is sold. Amazon, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, everywhere. Everywhere music is sold.
Okay, so we're going to thank Linda Bonanno for being here. Website? What's the website?
GotCheckNow.com, firstcompanypink.org, GotCheckRecords.com. Got checked on Instagram.
And she's
Linda
on Facebook.
Bonanno on Facebook, Twitter, Got Checked.
And thank you, everybody, and get checked, everybody.
Get checked. We love you.
Take care. We'll see you soon.
I just left